What's up, Heather?
What's up, B?
Well, today's episode is the bourbon equivalent of a GQ cover shoot meets a rodeo stampede. We have the Statesman versus the Cowboy.
This is fun. So we got two bourbons, both drowning in marketing dollars. They are pulling out all the stops for these two. Today, though, we are asking the big question. Do they taste as good as they look?
We'll be judging them on flavor, branding, and overall storytelling. So even if you've ever thought about buying a bottle just because it looked cool, this episode's for you.
And I'm not going to judge you. I will be your official bottle fashion critic because honestly, if I'm going to pay $60, it better look like it moisturizes and it texts me back.
Wow. So before we get into these tastings, welcome to Tortured Bourbon.
We're glad you're here.
We're thrilled that you're here. We're so happy that you've stopped by either on purpose or accident. And if it's your first time visiting Casa de Rooster, why don't you go ahead and click the like and subscribe button. We put out 3 main episodes a week with a bunch of shorts to go along. And we'd love to hear from you. And that's why we have all these cool little social things. What do you call them?
That's right. It's literally just social media.
Just social media?
So
right.
we got an X, we got an Instagram, we got Facebook. Still working on TikTok. That one's
kind of just floating in the wind.
Yeah. Anyway, but seriously, reach out to us if you're old school and want to send an email or drop a comment on an episode. We really do love interacting with you guys. So come, stay, and enjoy.
Or just call us at 1-800-TORTURED.
Is that a thing?
No. All right, so
867-5309.
Yeah, we'll answer that.
He got that reference.
Well, being you've brought up numbers, we know there are 5 Fridays in May.
There
and
are.
In May, what are we doing on Fridays?
Old Forester Fridays.
Yeah, so this is our fourth episode of Old
is.
Forester Fridays, which means there's one left after this.
You
But
you mathed that so well.
I math well.
I'll get it on a t-shirt for
Thank you. I appreciate it because we know how much you love the t-shirts. So, and these are available for sale in the notes below.
We've even had a few people purchase them as birthday gifts recently.
Very exciting.
They're our favorite. If you want to be our favorite, do the same.
That's right. Their comfort colors. They're gorgeous. They're comfortable. Feel good.
You can't beat it.
Short sleeve, long sleeve, a couple different designs. Anyways,
amazing.
Moving on. Tell us what we're drinking tonight.
All right.
These two marketing geniuses.
I'm excited. We're starting with the Statesman. So this was released in 2017 as a tie-in with the Kingsman movies. You gotta love some cross marketing. You gotta.
Yeah.
You gotta love it.
Absolutely.
There had to be some vodka brands that did cross marketing with the James Bond movies.
You would hope.
Surely to goodness somebody didn't miss that opportunity. Anyway, so because, guys, nothing says bourbon quite like British spies and slow-mo umbrella violence.
Yeah, because they're definitely drinking bourbon.
Right? They're British. They're not.
So Statesman uses Old Foe's classic mash bill. That's right. I said Old Foe.
I'm sorry, what?
Old Foe, because me and Forester, we're right there.
He's so hip with it.
That's right. 72% corn, 18% rye, and 10% malted barley. Now, this is bottled at 95 proof. It's non-age stated, but it's likely in the 4 to 6 year range.
So what sets this apart? So the barrels are selected from the warmest parts of the warehouse. So it gets that deeper oak interaction, more char, and more intensity because it's got that humidity. It's kind of like summer in the South,
So basically,
we're all sweating.
Yeah. So the barrels sweat so you don't have to?
I think that should be their slogan, honestly.
Absolutely. The one thing we saw a lot around here in the summer is deodorant.
You can really tell when there isn't any.
Isn't that the truth?
Ooh, anyway.
Especially when the kids are about 16.
It's even younger than that.
Ripe. They're ripe.
It's bad. You walk in that locker room and you're out.
Socks just stand up on the roof.
Ooh, it's so bad. No, the worst are lacrosse and football pads.
So you spend a lot of time in the boys' locker room?
I've been in a football locker room.
There we go.
According to Old Forester, we should get on the nose clove, oak, cinnamon, and some sharp citrus. On the palate, it should be buttery leather.
Wait a minute. So what?
All right, so, have you ever buttered corn? So apparently you just take your strip of leather and you get that stick of butter and you just all over it. And then you bite it and that's what that's going to taste like. I don't know. It's ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous. You know it's ridiculous. But anyway, we should also get some pepper, a little heat there, and a touch of sweet cherry. Finish should be bold and intense with some baking spice and some lingering oak.
Sounds like bourbon that shops at Brooks Brothers and carries a flask with its initials on it.
So you?
What you saying?
You know I love a monogram. There was no judgment in that statement.
There we go.
All right, you ready? You ready to taste it and smell it and all that good stuff and rank it?
Then you're going to tell us about the bottle, right?
Oh, yeah. There's still judgment to be had. I'm the Miranda Priestley of this episode.
Who?
Miranda Priestley.
Who's
She
that?
got it.
Devil Wears Prada.
Ah, okay, got it.
You think that sweater is blue.
Yeah, I think Anne Hathaway's hot. That's all that matters.
So is Emily
Emily
Blunt.
Okay, fair,
And
yeah.
Stanley Tucci in his own way.
True.
In his own way.
He's adorable.
Honestly, Meryl too. I wouldn't turn down any of the cast.
It was a fantastic movie.
Oh, we forgot Adrian Grenier's in the movie.
Oh my god.
Like, holy
Yeah.
crap.
Emily Blunt's kind of my spirit animal.
I
love her.
Great, y'all.
We can share her.
So what do you get on the nose?
Emily Blunt.
God, I wish.
All right.
What is Josh Jaspansky, whatever his name is?
John Krasinski.
Whatever, Josh Jaspansky.
John! John Krasinski. I'll take him
I'd take
too.
him too. Honestly.
He doesn't want me to smell Emily Blunt in this. Or maybe he does. Maybe he's into that.
I mean, I don't care. I think he's pretty secure.
I would think so.
Anyway.
If you were to pass away, J. Crew and Brooks Brothers stock would drop by 45%.
He's not wrong.
Just putting it out there. So I do get cinnamon. on
Yeah,
the nose.
I do too. I'm trying to get the citrus, but I'm not. There's maybe a brightness.
Yeah, there's a brightness.
But I'm
the
not
cinnamon's
getting
there.
a citrus rind. But there's
All
a
right.
brightness there.
I got to go for this buttery leather.
You ready?
John Wayne, right here. Here we go.
If you don't taste it, I'm gonna be disappointed. There's pepper and there's heat.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Stop playing.
That has a much different.
Flavor profile than I anticipated.
Well, it's definitely a little warmer going down.
Yeah. Especially for 95 proof.
Yeah.
It drinks
That's
higher.
not for the faint of heart.
No. If you don't like a little kick in the pants,
Yeah.
that's not for
it's
you.
Not for you. I agree.
I'm not saying I mind it.
Oh, whoa, no. Yeah, hold on. No, we're describing it. There's a
You know,
difference.
it might be a little much for B. I don't know. So after you get over the initial punch, if you like a little spice, like B typically does,
Yeah.
you're gonna like this.
Yeah. I mean, this is... Smooth is the opposite of smooth. I mean, it's a little rough going
It's
down.
a punch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hits you a little
No,
bit. But if you like to feel like this is one of those bourbons that you've had a hell of a day.
Yeah. You just want to clear your sinuses.
And you just kind of want to, work has been a son of a gun. The stress has been there, but at the end of the day, you did what you needed to do. You came through, and you come home, and you're like, I need it straight. And you pour this in the glass, and you drink it.
Yeah, this is not Buffalo Trace.
You might have this with a cigar.
Yeah.
What do
So
you
where are you
think,
gonna
babe?
rank
Where
it?
would you... I was asking you first.
I don't know. It's somewhere between a doggle hunt and it's a doggle hunt for me.
So this one is solely dependent on my mood.
Sure.
There could be days that I could see that being a hush your mouth for me.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
If I'm in a certain mood.
Yep.
I think the moral of the story is if you don't like spice in your profile, you're just not going to
And
generally
spice
love
all
a
the way down.
Forester.
Spice all the way down
Right.
on this one.
Right. And this one takes it to a whole new level.
So, I have the link. So, in Kingsman, the Golden Circle, they drink specifically the Statesman Bourbon. And the movie features fictional spy organization called Statesman who act as bourbon distillers to hide their true identity. So that's what it was produced for.
Well, there you go.
And that was released in 2017.
So the Golden Circle, that's like a sequel, right?
Correct.
Awesome. Okay.
All right.
Tell me about the bottle. What do you think about the bottle?
All right. So bringing in my best Miranda Priestley. This is a lovely bottle. It is sleek. It is sexy. It is minimalist. It's a dark bottle. It's kind of doing that minimalist thing well. So it's got your gold font. It's got the clear where all you see is the words.
Yep.
And it's kind of giving like this is a bourbon tuxedo. It's understated and it's elegant. It's classic. So I give it out of 10. I give it a 7.5.
Distilled exclusively for Statesman.
Exclusively for Statesman. Well, I'm not a man, so can I drink it?
Absolutely, you can.
Thank you.
You can.
Thank you.
We won't limit that. All right. That's exciting.
So the design gets a high mark. But, let's see what happens when you trade your tuxedo for some cowboy boots and a cowboy hat.
That's right, because up we have King's Ranch, Old Forester's leather-clad Texas love letter to mesquite and horsepower.
So this is a collab with the iconic King Ranch in Texas. So we got giant cattle ranch with Ford trucks and belt buckles that can pick up different radio stations.
That's pretty awesome.
It is so Texas.
Yeah. Now this is the same mash bill, 72-18-10, but it's at 105 proof and non-age stated. But here's the twist. It's finished with mesquite charcoal to bring that earthy, smoky Texas vibe.
Now, B smokes to me. What's your preferred flavor profile? How do you feel about mesquite versus
I like
other
mesquite.
things?
I like mesquite.
Do you tend to go with a hickory smoked or a mesquite or?
So, I mean, for what?
You tell me.
All right, so
we have now hit the limit of my knowledge base.
So with pig, pecan is always good. Mm-hmm. If you're doing brisket, you can use mesquite or you can use oak.
Well, your brisket's phenomenal. So
yeah.
whatever you use is
I mean,
amazing.
We don't have some of the. We don't have as much opportunity for some of that lumber that they do there. Mm-hmm. So I usually default to oak with a mixture of hickory. But
well, that's what we got here.
Yeah, but I mean, when you can go to some restaurants and they'll have mesquite flavored things, and you'll see mesquite flavored.
Yeah.
So there definitely is a taste profile for that. And it's an excellent taste.
Oh, yeah. I don't dislike. I just know you're also a meat smoker, but you're doing it up here in North Carolina.
Well, yeah,
versus Texas,
and very much on the amateur level compared to the people at Goldie's or Franklin's or any of those other things. So I also think that so Old Forester has their King Ranch edition. We know that there is a mesquite connection with Wild Turkey. Mm-hmm. And Long Branch, which mm-hmm. is with Matthew McConaughey, mm-hmm. and they've got mesquite in that as well. So apparently there is something to this. There's either a flavor profile or there's a marketing profile, and we know that when you put Texas with something and you start selling the ranch, I mean, and this goes back well before my childhood, but in my childhood, the number one TV show of all time at the time was Dallas, right? And anything with Texas seems to be marketed in a certain way, mm-hmm. and I don't know that that's a bad thing. It just is what it is. It's just a thing.
Yeah, but I think the point you're making is they leaned into that.
Oh yeah, they've leaned into it, and I think that there's Texas has its own branding, its own branding. Gotcha, ka-ching. But it does have its own branding. It has its own. And they see themselves somewhat as an independent entity, mm-hmm. anyways.
So again, Old Forester is leaning in, like we said, to this whole Texas persona. This one is a limited release. It's mostly produced in Texas or released in Texas. Yeah, not produced. Excuse me, released in Texas. But we hustled one down. Thank you to one of our very generous viewers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's been a godsend.
No, that's the truth.
So the official notes say we should be getting, now whether we do or not, on the nose we should get mesquite smoke. Smells like caramel. Brown sugar, leather, vanilla, and charred oak. What you getting, B?
I definitely get brown sugar.
I get brown sugar, vanilla. Mesquite smoke is escaping me, but
I get smoky.
That's what I was about to say. I might get some smoky. I just need to know what. Well, but mesquite, because I've had the mesquite flavor profile before. There's some sweetness to it.
Yeah, it's sweetened with smoke.
Mm-hmm. And like you said, the more you smell it, you can definitely get some smoke there.
Yeah, and with the palate, that you should play into that caramel, molasses, earthy oak, baking spice, and then again maybe some light smoke.
I mean, that sounds delicious.
It does.
So the finish should be long and dry, a little bit smoky with lingering spice.
So we're expecting sweet will meet smoke that meets saddle shop.
So it's a cowboy with a heart.
Should learn to ride and rodeo, singing them campfire songs.
I love that song. Should have been a cowboy.
That's not my favorite cowboy song, but it's a good cowboy song.
It's a good cowboy song. What's your favorite cowboy song?
My heroes have always been cowboys.
Oh, I could have called that one. Mama's don't
That's a different one.
No, I know, but I'm saying that's a good one too.
That is a good one.
You ready to taste it?
Yeah, I'm ready. I've been over here like every time you start to sing, I'm trying to taste.
There's some nut there at the end. Smoke. There's definitely smoke. There's a smoky flavor.
There's molasses there too.
Mm-hmm.
There's this thick sweetness.
There is a smoky molasses flavor. And I like the description earthy oak. If I had to sum it up, it is earthy oak, smoky molasses, and a little bit of baking spice.
I want you to chew it.
Okay.
I hit pepper right at the end, right in the back.
Okay. Like black pepper?
Yep. I'm not disagreeing on the baking spice, but just really notice that last swallow.
Yeah, there's definitely pepper there.
Yeah.
Yeah. The baking spice is earlier.
But there's a lot of sweetness that's lingering on the front.
Like you said before, it's layered. So the sweetness, there's a little bit of sweet, not syrupy sweet, but there's a sweetness that because molasses is not syrupy sweet. It's syrupy, but it's not. Molasses is not super.
I'm not
super
disagreeing
sweet.
with
no,
you.
I'm like, right? Like, there I did get, when you hold the front a little bit, you do get a little bit of that caramel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So with this one, I get lingering in the front. I get a chewy sweetness, and in the back, I get
Pepper.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a really nice finish. It's got pepper. It's almost a little nutty and smoky.
The smoky flavor comes out more in my nose when I'm tasting it.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? I mean, it kind of
the smell
rolls
you're
together.
getting helps bring that taste out.
And I do think that it has a different mouthfeel than the Statesman.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. Yeah.
A little more syrupy.
It's definitely more syrupy. Yeah. I like it better than the Statesman, personally.
Yeah.
I mean, not
No, I do like it better
massive
too.
difference, but if I had to pick.
I also like the aftertaste better.
Mm-hmm.
I like how it's lingering.
I like the evolution from start
Yeah,
to finish.
this is a lot of heat,
Mm-hmm.
which I like, but
But
it's a lot of heat, right?
Yeah.
There's at least two very distinct profiles. There's this lingering, chewy sweetness, caramelly.
Molassesy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
But in the back, this is bourbon. Pew.
There's some pepper. There's some smoke, and there's a smoke throughout.
Yeah.
It's like you took those flavors that you just described and you smoked them for a minute.
Yeah.
Not like smoked them, but you. Saying, I don't know, smoked it some way. You can tell how much smoking I've done. None. Stop judging me.
Yes, ma'am. I'll stop judging you now.
Stop.
As our viewers say, I should just agree and move along.
That was ridiculous. You should never do that. And you have also never done that. And I would be very thrown off and skeptical and suspicious if you did. So, do you want me to judge the bottle or do you want to rank it first?
Oh, I think this is hush your mouth.
Yeah, me too. That's why I was gonna rank it.
This is fun.
It's the fun one.
This is chewable.
I like it more and more with every sip. I love the layered flavors. Yeah, this is one that I could see them drinking on the ranch. You know, this is not one that you're going to be embarrassed as a cowboy to say, hey, I like this, right? I don't know. You tell me. I've never been a cowboy.
I mean, me neither.
You have been closer to being one than me.
I mean, that ain't saying a lot. It has this nice lingering sweetness.
It does. Yeah, it does.
So you said not. See, I do get a little maple syrup in the end. I do get. It's different.
It is.
And so it has that Old Forester spice, but it has this different sweetness on the end. It has a lingering sweetness. It's really unique.
It is. It's different, and I love the smokiness actually that kind of carries throughout.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. Good job, King Ranch.
Yeah.
Send steaks too next time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I would drink the heck out of this with a nice steak.
Yeah. We can make that happen. That's not impossible.
I wasn't being subtle.
Understand. All right. So tell us about the bottle.
All right. So this bottle is doing the most compared to the other one. While the first one was understated was understated and elegant. This one is really leaning into the whole ranch aspect. So we have what looks like a brand here.
Yep.
We've got a nice buffalo.
No, that's
not a cow.
That is a cow.
No, it's not.
Honey, that's a heifer.
Mm-hmm.
That's
fine.
Yes.
B tells me it's a cow. Anyway.
Yes, that is definitely a cow. My dear, that is a cow.
Okay.
You definitely don't know what a bison looks like, and it doesn't look like that.
You're acting like this is some like anatomically accurate picture of anything.
Well, just a few things. Number one, there are no buffalo in the United States.
Fair.
They're bison. They're American bison.
Yeah. Did I say bison or did I say
You
buffalo?
said buffalo.
I apologize.
But regardless,
he's right.
that is definitely that is a heifer.
So there is a cow on the front.
I have seen The Ranch on Netflix. I know what my heifers look like. You know, come to think of it, I don't know if anywhere in that whole show they ever show a cow on the live shots.
They do. There's one time when the cow comes up and it's eating the plants outside the porch.
That is the only time in that whole show.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, no. Also when they're in the barn and they're inseminating them. And one of them gives birth.
Because we can definitely include
and
this.
Ashton Kutcher loses his watch.
Definitely include this.
We are going to include this. Have you ever seen The Ranch?
No.
If you've never seen The Ranch on Netflix, it's
So
fantastic.
if he goes
Fantastic.
off topic, it's
Fantastic.
great. We can include it. But if Heather goes off topic, well, it's just a pain in the ass to edit out.
We'll have to edit that now.
No, you don't. Ass is not that bad a word. It's not. Okay, then fine. I was talking about the donkeys on the ranch.
Shit.
We kind of have a ranch scene there with a nice cow in front of the trees.
I bet it's a mesquite. I'm throwing it out. There's probably
You're probably
that's my
right.
guess.
I'm not going to claim it because I don't know.
I don't know
but
either. I don't
you're
know.
probably right. And then the branding extends up to here. So it looks like a ranch brand.
Yep.
You know, it's got the gold, it's got the black, it's got it's clean labeling. I mean, it looks like it could hang out, you know, at a nice hunting lodge.
And it says Kingsville, Texas.
Of course
on
it does.
You know.
Of course it does. So I'm going to give this one give it a 7 out of 10. I actually prefer the Statesman bottle due to personal taste, but I appreciate their commitment to the branding. So they both did well.
Well, it's kind of a bottle that you know, you'd light a cigar with a $20 bill and say "Nice Prius."
Probably.
Sounds just like Bo from the ranch.
Absolutely.
So the bourbon itself, as we talked about, it's big and it's bold, and they lean all the way into the branding.
God, smell. Oh, that molasses is definitely there.
It's strong.
There's that sweet smoke, which is mesquite. I mean, it's
sweet
there.
smoke and molasses. Yeah, it's right there. It's all there.
When you step away from it for a second and you come back to it, it's very strong. This is an excellent bottle of bourbon.
Well, and stepping back and coming back is such a good idea when you're really trying to taste
This is
and
an
smell
excellent
bourbons.
bottle of bourbon.
Yeah, I agree with you. All right. So, Old Forester's kind of killing it for us. I'm kind of sad that...
We've only got one more
I
episode.
know, I'm a little sad
And then
about
we'll
it.
never drink Old Forester again.
Never.
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 We've never drank it before.
Now
or
listen,
after.
folks. Next week, we have something very special for you. We have a mythical Old Forester. And I'm going to leave it at that.
Yeah,
It's mythical.
it is. It's mythical. It's magical, mythical, and a unicorn.
That's right.
All right, but until then,
Enjoy your Texas.
and cheers, y'all.
Remember the Alamo.
Eat barbecue. Cheers, y'all. All right, so two on that thing. I'm stuck. You unstick me?
What do you mean you're stuck?
I don't know. It must
I
have
think it
uncaught.
just-
Yeah, I think it just uncaught. I was like,
Do that again.
no, never. That was a one-time thing.